Hi there, this is Unmesh from PiXimperfect. I hope you're doing fantastic, and if you are the 14% of the audience, most of you already know what contouring and highlighting is. You don't even have to watch this explanation, and I don't recommend it because I know I'm gonna mess it up. But for the rest of the 86%, I got you guys. Contouring and highlighting is simply burning and dodging in real life. That's just what it is. Look at this diagram by Aesthetica, and Aesthetica, if you're watching this, you guys need to sponsor me. Anyway, contouring is applying darker shades to create shadows, and highlighting is applying lighter shades to create, guess what? Highlights. And then of course, these shades are blended. A combination of contouring and highlighting allows you to sculpt the face and create the illusion of angles and dimension. Now, what if you could refer these diagrams and create highlights and shadows just this way in Photoshop and apply a blend? Wouldn't it be the easiest and super fast way to apply dodge and burn? Maybe. Let's find out. And I'm excited to share this technique with you. So without any further ado, let's get started. Back in the magical world of Photoshop, and if you want to go ahead and download this photo and follow along or refer this diagram, check the links in the description. By the way, this is not the only diagram you can refer. There are lots and lots of styles. Keep in mind, makeup is an art, and that's why they're called makeup artists. So as an artist, there can be lots of styles. I'm going to share with you a very simple method. You can customize it your way. You have all the freedom to do that. So first of all, let's create the burn layer, and for that, click on the adjustment layer icon and then choose curves. Now simply create a point in the middle and take it down, like really down. Now let's name this layer burn. Alright, select the mask and then press Ctrl or Command I to invert it. Now before we start painting, let's also create the dodge layer, and for that as well, you guessed it right, we're going to create another curves adjustment layer, create a point in the middle, and this time, what will we do? We'll take it up, like really up. Let's name it dodge. Again, select the mask and press Ctrl or Command I. Now it is time for showdown. Take a hard round brush. So take the brush tool and make sure it is a hard round brush and it does not have pressure. By the way, there is no restriction. You can paint with the brush with the pressure. It is absolutely up to you. We are doing it this way to keep it simple. Let's start with dodge. Make sure the mask of the dodge layer is selected. Opacity and flow at 100. Blend mode normal. Make sure it's not at overlay, otherwise it won't paint. And let's first start highlighting the cheekbones. Let's do the same on the other side. Now she doesn't have dark circles, otherwise we would have added a line just like this, but we don't need it. Now if you refer this diagram, we have highlights on the forehead, over the nose, over the lips as well, and right here on the chin, and along the sides a little bit. So let's start with the forehead, then on the nose. And by the way, if you want to learn how to create an absolute straight line, just dab once, hold the shift key, dab on the other end. Let's do it for the upper lip and the chin. Now again, if you go back to that diagram, have a look. There's a brighter shade just below the cheekbones. So we need to do that. Anything else left? I don't think so. So let's do it right here. Similarly on the other side. And you know what? You're the artist. You don't have to conform to the rules of the diagrams. So I think that maybe we can add a little highlight on the eyelids. Just a drop. Now it is time for us to do some contouring. In other words, burn. So let's select the burn mask. With white as the foreground color, let's contour the cheekbones right here. Let's do it on the other side as well. And if you're having difficulties drawing a smooth line, just increase the smoothing right there and then do it. Take a look how easy it becomes. Let us decrease the smoothing because we might need to rapidly paint. So here, we might need some darkness. Similarly here as well. At the top, there is hair, there's the shadow of the hair, so we don't need to do anything at the top, just like this. But the sides are fine, and here as well, a little bit of darkness. Now, if you want, you can add darkness in the neck as well. And how can we forget? We need to make the nose stand out. If you look at the diagram again, have a look, there's darkness added around the nose. So we'll slightly do it. So let's bring it from right here. Other side as well. And then let's add some underneath the nose too. And there we have it ready. Ready for the climax? All we need to do now is just apply the blend. So first of all, let's blend the highlighting and then the contouring. So with the highlighting mask selected, or in other words, the dodge mask selected, open up the properties. If you cannot see it, go to window and then make sure properties is checked, or you can double click on it and then slowly and gradually keep on increasing the feather. Zoom in a little bit. See how it's blending so nicely? We're going to keep it at about 60 pixels for now. We can increase or decrease it later, but for now, let's keep it at 60. Similarly, let's go to the burn properties and increase the feather here as well. 60 seems fantastic here too. Take a look at the difference. So here is the before and here is the after. Look at the glam that we have added. Now, some of you might say, Unmesh, this looks trash. And you're probably right, because there are a couple of essential steps remaining. First of all, if you feel that the blend is not enough, you can keep on increasing the blending, and as soon as you do, the burn starts looking right. That's one of the things you can do. But if you want more dimension, and if you want to keep the edges and the angles of the burn, here's another thing that you can do. Let's keep it at 60 for now, and then you want to make sure that you don't darken the areas which are too bright or brighten the areas which are too dark. And for that, we can take the help of, you already know it, blend if. So double click on the right hand side of the dodge layer and take it slightly away from the dark areas by taking the slider of the underlying layer from left to right, but only half. So hold the Alt key or the Option key, click on the slider to break it apart and take it away from dark areas. See, now it's becoming more and more natural. We're going to keep it at this number, hit OK. Similarly, let's do the same for burn. Double click on the right hand side of the layer and take it away from the bright areas. Hold the Alt key or the Option key, click on the slider to break it apart and take it away from the bright areas. I think this works, hit OK, and as soon as you apply that, take a look at the difference. Now on top of that, you can increase the blending slightly. So from 60 I feel, let's keep it at 72. And then you can group both of them. So select the first one, hold the controller command, select the second one, press controller command G and decrease the overall opacity and slowly and gradually increase it only to the value that you like. So we're going to keep it at about 60% and take a look at the overall difference. So here's the before. Here is the after. Absolutely makes the face pop. One more essential tip. If the dodging and burning is leaking slightly outside the face because of the blending or the feathering that we had added, you can do this. Once you create a group, create a mask of that group and simply mask it out. So take the brush, black as the foreground color. We had darkened the ear accidentally due to blending, so we can take it away from that. First of all, let's choose again a soft round brush and then just paint with black right there. Similarly on the other side, make sure smoothing is back to 0. And remove it. Simple. There you go. That's how to easily dodge and burn with lines in Photoshop. Let's do a quick little recap. First of all, you create a curves adjustment layer and take it real down. Then you create a curves adjustment layer and take it really up. And then invert the masks of both. Then take a hard round brush and draw in the highlighting and contouring lines. And after that, simply blend it. Open up the mask properties and just increase the feather as much as you like. So in this case, we chose 60. And for the burning, we chose 72. And it looks perfect. After that, sometimes you might accidentally darken areas that are too bright or brighten areas that are too dark. And to protect you from that, you can apply a little bit of blend if on both. Then of course you can make a group and decrease the opacity. And if the dodging and burning leaks outside the face in a way that you don't want it to, just simply mask it out from the group. And that's a super fast way to dodge and burn. I decreased the opacity even more and now it looks perfect. So here's the before and here is the after. Now, since you stayed this long, I just wanted to take the time to thank you. And just to thank you, you don't have to do all of this process. You can just download an action and this is your secret link to your special little gift. It's nothing big, it's just a simple action, but I wanted to give you something. So all you need to do now is to just go to Window, Actions, load the action using this link. And this is what you see after you load it in Photoshop. Just select it, play it. It will create the dodge and burn layer for you. So it will do the curves adjustment, and just create the layer, invert it for you, and also select the brush tool for you. All you need to do is to start drawing those lines and blend it. So it just saves the step. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to give us a like and also don't forget to subscribe, and not just subscribe. Ring the bell so that you, my friend, don't miss any other future tips, tricks, or tutorials. I would like to take this moment to thank all these nice and amazing people for supporting this channel on Patreon and helping keep PiXimperfect free for everybody forever. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay tuned and make sure that you keep creating.
What can I do?